So I'm going to show you how to use Base44. It's a no-code, vibe coding, prompt-based, super easy platform where you just write things and it creates pretty much anything you can imagine online. It's amazing. So let's jump into it. So here's the first page you land on. I'll have the link in the description as well if you need, or you can just go to app.base44.com. So over here, you basically just type in, like, I want you to create, and then go with whatever you want, basically. You can create websites, but you can create so much more. Web applications that you can put on your phones. You can upload it to Apple Store or the Android Store, and then sell your apps. You can build games on this thing. You can build your own CRM, which is like managing all of your customers for a business. I've built a few platforms. Let me show you what I've done. I built this platform which allows pet owners and pet nannies to transport pets. So after you purchase one or you adopt one, you need to ship them across the country or even internationally. And right now that's a pretty dangerous situation because people are standing on, standby flights and like texting each other and like WhatsApp groups. It's really shady. So I said, hey, let me just build a platform where it can be out in the open. Prices are very clear. We're going to vet all of the nannies. They're going to go through a certification process, and then we can do all of this. It takes payments, it communicates, it even tracks the nanny through GPS. So you know exactly where your pet is going through the country. The other platform I built on Base44 is this ESL bookstore. Folks have access to millions of books, but to get those same books in an ESL format is challenging. Sometimes you have to wait in a really long line, or they just don't make that book in ESL format. Well, over here, you just throw in what you want to search for. For example, Harry Potter series. Okay, you want to read Order of the Phoenix, and then you can convert it to whatever ESL format you want. So when that book comes in, it translates via AI to an ESL format that you can then read in a nice, easy, optimized fashion. It even has quizzes, games, ladders. It gamifies the whole system. It's super addicting, so use it at your own risk. The next one is Sarasota Pro. Also built this on Base44. All of these took me maybe like a couple of days going back and forth, and there's some hiccups I'll talk to you about, so stay tuned for some of the issues that you need to solve in order to use Base44 properly. But this one gets rid of Angie's List, Thumbtacks, Home Advisor, House, all of those cost per lead type platforms where a homeowner wants something done on their circuit panel, for example. They're looking for an electrician. They have to go on Google, and then they have to search, and then they're calling people, they don't call them back. It's a nightmare to find a professional. And then so what you do is you jump on Thumbtack, for example. You say, hey, I need an electrician. And then what happens is Thumbtack takes that lead and sends it to 20 electricians, charges them all like $50. And then now all 20 of these electricians are bombarding that customer trying to win their business. And it doesn't work. It's too expensive for the electricians. They're burning money on these leads that are sometimes even just not realistic. The customer could just be kicking tires, for example. And then the customer's unhappy because they're not getting one person. They're getting 20 people all spamming them for a week trying to win their business. So I built Sarasota Pro. This is just for my city, Sarasota, right now. And basically, when you need an electrician, you put in here that you need one, and then it texts all of the electricians on the directory, and the first electrician to respond is the one that gets the lead. It's a free lead. It's a free connection for the customer. Only one person contacts you back, and the best part is the electrician was available because they were the first ones to text back. So it creates this race condition within the platform, and all of the folks that are on this directory are vetted personally by me. So I make sure they're highly rated on Google. They have license certifications, background checks, and so on. We'll try to make this a little bit more secure as we move forward. I'm sure somebody's going to find a way to grab those leads and then resell them down the road or whatever the case is. But it's just out in beta, available, sarasotapro.com. And I built this, showed it to the Chamber of Commerce. They loved it. And so now we're implementing it citywide. My favorite platform I built on Base44 as well is AgentRage.com. This is a direct competitor to N8N. And the way it works is you can build your own agents on here in a very, very simple fashion. No more connecting nodes and having lines go to each one, and then you need integrations with 100 different tools just to make it work. It's super complicated. Over here, you just come over to the studio, give your agent a name, a description of what you think it's supposed to be doing, and then put in a prompt of what exactly it's supposed to do. It has variables. It even gives you examples so you can plug them in and build your first agent for free. And then also what sets this apart is all of the tools are integrated as well. So you need SendGrid to send emails, for example. You need a Google Calendar or Zapier integration. You can integrate with HubSpot, Salesforce, Google Search APIs for scraping leads, for example, Google Maps, Google Sheets and Calendar, Notion API, and you name it. I have 73 tools integrated over here. Would love people to come here and test this out. I see people building agents already. I'm probably really busy on this one, building all of these agents in order to make life for my affiliate members easy by building these agents like A2P registration helper, where you fill out one form and it helps you get your A2P registration. About 100% success rate on this one, so I'm pretty proud of that. And so all these were built on Base44. And so right now what I'm working on is soniccombinator.com, which is going to be another website for promoting my affiliate program with Go High Level. And so I want to use this opportunity to walk you through what I've done so far and then give you some steps on how to be successful if you use Base44, and then how to catch up for search engine optimization by having blogs post to it automatically in a very, very easy fashion. You don't need any third-party integrations for this. So how do I build these platforms? What is my process? The first thing is, if I already have a website out there, let's say it's not that good. My first version of soniccombinator.com was okay. Well, I thought it was pretty good when I first built it, but a few weeks later you come back and you're like, could probably be better. So what I do is I tell Perplexity in this case, go to soniccombinator.com, look it up, and then give me a complete description of that website. So now I have data to go off of. It says, hey, this is what your website consists of. So then I say, okay, well, take that, add this, change these things, update the homepage to include this. I want X, Y, and Z. I want to frequently ask questions. I want resources and training there, update the footer. And then it puts all of these things over and over again until it iterates them to the nth degree. And then I say, okay, I'm going to use this in Base44. I want you to build me a prompt and put it into stages. And that's the key. You have to have stages to give to Base44. If you give it all at one time, this is what happens. It just dies and it gets stuck and you can't delete this app for the life of me. So instead, you have to say, give it stages. And then what you do is you take each one of these stages one by one and you copy them into the prompt. Start with stage 1. So you would literally copy it like this, bring it over, and then paste it and hit go. It's going to think for a little bit. And if you use my affiliate link, you get 25 free credits. So this shouldn't cost you anything. And then it's going to start building. And believe it or not, you're going to be impressed, because after I put all these stages through, it built me this. It has, features going across screen, AI agents. It's got buttons that work. It's got all of my AI agents that I just showed you on AgentRage. It has all of the benefits if you use my affiliate link, like a 30-day extended trial and a free bootcamp. Just got that yesterday. So come over here and try to use that. And then it has all of these cool modals, where you click on tabs to go across and they update them under, and then just promoting Go High Level to the nth degree itself. About me, it's good to know that I'm a real person. All of my few accomplishments there. And then the video I did on my first course, which is completely free, 15 parts. It's all on YouTube. Go check it out. And then all of these buttons in the way, right? Like you can start the free trial at any point. And it keeps hammering over and over again the user, the benefits. How do you go through this step-by-step process? And then let's connect. And I have my integrated calendar from High Level. So you can click on this and then book an appointment. This calendar I built on High Level and then integrated it into this Base44 app. This is a new thing that High Level is promoting now, where you can have external connections integrated with High Level. Before, you had to have the website hosted on High Level itself, but now you can build these amazing websites that you couldn't even build on High Level and still use all of the High Level features, testimonials, and then a footer. And so you get the point. Now what I want to do is make this website catch up on SEO. What do I mean by that? Search engines will go to a website and look up the data. And then it'll sit there for a couple of days, come back, index the pages, do it again. And then over time, it'll start giving you a higher authority level. But if you can force feed blogs into that same website, like I'll have another, blog button here, for example, and then I will create blogs for the past 60 days. And they're all going to be quality. They have to be quality, otherwise this doesn't work. And if they're quality blogs, the first time Google's going to come over here and index the entire website, it's going to realize that, hey, there are 60 blogs here with a lot of good data about high-level tips, right? Business, startups, all sorts of how-tos with nice images, long-form keywords. All of that is going to help promote this website exponentially fast. Now, it'll get to a ceiling at some point and then plateau, but I want to get to that ceiling quickly. And so the way to do that is use Base44. So that's what I want to show you how to do. So jump into your app. This one's called Sonic Combinator. So this is how it works. You communicate with the AI agent on the left side here, and that's where you're speaking to it. Communicate with it as if it's a really smart website developer, and then it's just going to surprise you. This is very similar to Replit and Lovable and some of those other ones as well. Although Base44 is not as prominent, I think it's still very, very popular. Okay, so here's the exact prompt you want to start with. Now we're going to add a blog feature to maximize SEO. I want you to create a function similar to the one we have in another app. Here are the details. Update them to meet the Sonic Combinator viewer interests, like go high-level features and tips and tricks, starting a business, marketing, advertising, etc. And then I gave it a template because I've done this before. And I'm going to share this template with you as well in my school community. So come join me. It's a free school community. You'll get this exact copy and paste in here. And it gives it the entire function that was in the other website. And so then what I did was in discussion mode down here, when you click this, it's like a really smart person just chatting with you. So it's not taking orders, it's just giving you feedback. And then once it generates that perfect prompt for me, I take it out of discussion mode by clicking on it and then saying, now please implement, right? So the example of this is I just told it to go build this prompt for me. It comes back and says, that's a fantastic idea. And then here's how I would implement it. And then gives me the step-by-step, all of the things that it's going to do, schedule the functions, and I say, okay, please implement, and then go. And then it's going to charge me some credits to do this. I built all of those other platforms that I had that I mentioned before, probably for $200. And this one here is relatively straightforward because it's just a website. It's only going to cost me probably $5, if that. So after a couple of minutes, it goes ahead and creates this blog. Here it is on the top right, and it says blog entity, full schema for storing blog posts with SEO fields, includes titles, slugs, content, meta description, keywords, tags, category, all of the things you need for a blog. And then the generation function, there's going to be 6 categories. So go high level features, business growth, marketing, advertising, AI and automation, tips and tricks, client success stories. Perfect. And then it rotates through these categories per week, every day of the week, and then generates 1,800 to 2,200 word SEO optimized articles. That's a good optimized length for an article. Calculates the read time and then creates a URL friendly slug. And then the blog itself will have a hero section. It'll have a search and filter functionality so people can go through and search for these blogs, a responsive grid, category badges, call to action section for sign up, and then all the details pages, the navigation updates, and then the features itself, and then even tells me what next steps I need to do of go create your first blog, schedule a cron job on your computer, and I'm going to show you how to build that cron job as well, so stay tuned. So let's click on blog, see what we see over here. There you go. Nice. Great start, right? Here's that search function. Here are the categories if we want to drop down, and then each blog we create is going to show up over here. So the goal is to come up with a scheduled task where I can schedule it out, maybe even every hour from now for the next 48 hours, then I'll have 48 blogs, or I could do it every 5 minutes. The same effect will happen. And then once I catch up, as in I have maybe 40 or 50 blogs up here, that'll be enough to get the search engine excited about this particular website. And then I can evenly pace them out. Maybe they come out once every week or maybe once every day. On Sarasota Pro, I have one coming out every single day. That's my attempt to sort of catch up and keep it moving forward on the search engines. Over here, I want to do a little bit more of a blitz because I'm really trying to push this thing hard. So let's go over here. It says schedule the function. Set up a daily cron job in your Base44 dashboard to run generate daily Sonic blog automatically. So this is a function it created. So the first thing we have to do is, because we are integrating this with some third party that's going to send a request to this platform to generate a blog, that requires some functions to happen on this platform. Meaning we need to enable that ability for this particular app to do that. So you go up here to dashboard and then go down to settings, click on app settings, and then the option to enable it is here in the middle right side. So backend functions means that this system, this app can now rely on the backend servers of Base44 have to run particular processes. Those are called functions. And so we need to enable that. So you go ahead and activate. Now we've given it this feature. It doesn't cost anything, but it is going to cost you in processing. So whenever you use it, it charges you like a credit. It's relatively cheap. And now when you click on dashboard over here and you go to code, you'll now see functions as an option. And so we need to create this function to say, every time you get a request, I want you to then reach out to an LLM, for example, OpenAI, generate a blog, generate an image, and then post it within this blog section that you created. So now I'm going to tell Base44 to do just that. And the way I like to do this, I learned this over several errors, is you want to still ask Base44 to generate the prompt that you can then ask Base44 again. So put this in discussion mode by clicking on discuss, and then just speak to it like a normal person. I want to prompt you to create a function. Generate a blog based on the set criteria mentioned above. I should be able to generate the blog based on a set date of my choosing, and every time I click the button generate blog, the system will use my OpenAPI key to request OpenAI to create the full optimized blog along with the corresponding image, and then post it to the blog section appropriately. So basically I want to have a calendar where I say 1 November and then hit generate blog, and it generates a blog based on the categories and then posts it as if I wrote that on November 1st. Then I want to go to November 2, November 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then click this 30 times to generate 30 blogs. Right now, Base44 still requires some kind of interaction, so you have to have this button. Otherwise, I would just let it do it automatically from beginning to end. And then what I'm going to do is set up a script on my home computer so I can schedule a post every night, for example. That script will run based on a cron job, a scheduled task on my computer, call out to this particular link, and initiate that request. I'll explain in a bit. Let's do the first thing first. And at the end of this, say, write me a prompt I can give you to accomplish. So it's going to think about that and then give me the prompt. And then I'm going to take it out of discussion mode, give the prompt back to it, say, please do this. So now I know it's speaking its own language appropriately, because the prompt that it's going to come up with is going to be 100 times better than I'd be able to explain. And see, it comes back. I understand you're looking for a prompt, create the function. I'm currently in discussion mode. Exactly, that's what I did. If you'd like me to implement this, copy this prompt and give it back to me. So that's what I'm going to do. Copy that, take it out of discussion mode, paste it right back, and then hit go. And then whenever it's done, it makes this nice little tune saying, hey, I'm done, check it out. And so we said backend functions are going to be accept date. This is the format, validate state, selects random topic, generates this 1800 to 2200 word SEO optimized blog. We create an image using AI, read time, URL friendly slug, all sorts of cool things. It's got my date picker in there, 36 predefined topics organized by categories. And then there's also a custom topic option. Great. See, even things that I didn't even consider, it says, hey, how about this? You might want this. And then a generate button. This is going to be so great because you can just click one time and then it generates a blog. I'm going to have to fight the urge and not just start jamming on it. Okay, it's got everything I need, basically. Okay, this is a little bit dangerous and you should probably pay attention to how it's implementing this. It's saying the blog management tool is currently not on this website, but I can create a page specifically for blog management. But what that means is anybody on the internet can land here and through the customize option, create all sorts of crazy blogs that is going to destroy the reputation of Sonic Combinator. So you have to be careful with what features you're offering. So I'm going to tell it to have this blog management function only available to the admin once the admin is logged in and authenticated. Okay, so now we have the tool. Blog management, here it is. Just like I imagined, I have a calendar. I can pick the date. Let's go with today. Let's hit the drop down. I have these options. Wow, I have lots of options. I can even do a custom topic. Let's start up here. Mastering Go High-Level Funnels, step-by-step guide for agencies. Beautiful. Click on that, generate blog. And here's our blog. Image on the side, read full article, got the keywords in there, got the long title, it's a 5-minute read, Sonic Combinator's the author, here's the date for it, and then it's categorized it under Go High-Level Features. Here's the intro, you got nice bolded, you got bullets, what are sales funnels, awareness, interest, decisions, log into your high level, funnels, create new funnel, choose a template, lead generation, sales, webinar, crafting your funnel, steps to your funnel, hey, opt-in forms, thank you pages, sample ladders. That's exactly what a funnel is. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, gets the person interested, gets them to check out, pay you, and then say thank you, and then hopefully collect a review at the end as well, or maybe a survey. A/B testing, integrating with additional tools. You can do webhooks in here, CRM systems, maximizing your success, conversion rates, lead costs, ROIs. You can optimize your funnel, and then you have some tactics to use, and then concludes the whole thing. And then a call to action. Join Sonic Combinator. Get all these bonuses. Get a free trial. And then you have keywords for Google and now hopefully LLMs to start searching for this stuff, and then recommend that, hey, you want information on a step-by-step funnel because that's what you searched for in Google? Go over to soniccombinator.com, and then they're going to come over here. So this is exactly what I had envisioned about 10 minutes ago, and now I have this exact modal. So I can click through here one by one. I can go back in dates, generate blogs to my heart's content. I'm probably going to do about 60 of them because I just want the last 2 months fully populated. And then I'm going to do a local cron job and set up this integration where every day, 10:30 p.m. my time, a cron job's going to run. It's going to call out to Sonic Combinator. It's going to trigger this function, but this time it's going to relay that over to OpenAI, generate the blog and the image, bring it back, and then post it. So it's going to be a much more high quality blog with an image and probably longer as well. So I'll show that in the next video. Stay tuned. If you want to try your hand at doing this yourself instead of just watching, you can use my high-level affiliate link in the description below. If you use that, you get an extended 30-day high-level trial, hundreds of pre-built AI agents, access to my school community, 40+ business and marketing courses that I've built. You'll have all of my website template that you've seen me create. I'll even hop on a live Zoom call with you twice a week to help guide you and build your business with you. You'll have a direct line to me and also a chance to join my agency and run some of these businesses that I have, as well as take on my client. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.